Hello, I'm Mr. Catman, and this is a guide on how to make money using exclusively the Steam market. This guide will only be talking about how to make money on the Steam market, not on CSGO Lounge, not betting, not trading, simply using the market. I would like to note, however, that I have not made huge amounts of money. I would say that the total amount of money I have earned from CSGO and the Steam market would be around 40 euros or more. And why do I do this? I usually do it to buy games. So I use the money to buy games. So the basis of making money on the Steam market is arbitrage. What is arbitrage? Arbitrage is the practice of taking advantage of a price difference between two or more markets. A famous example of arbitrage is that of European traders going all the way to Asia, buying spices and returning these in Europe. The price difference between the spices in Asia and Europe was so large that it was worth it. It was worth going all the way to Asia and bringing those spices back. So what I'm going to look is on how to make money on the Steam market. It's very simple. Anyone can do it. All you have to do is start with a basis of capital. So where do you get this basis of capital? Personally, I have never put any money on my Steam wallet. No money, no real life money was involved. All I did was I played CSGO. I only played Counter-Strike. I got case drops and I sold these cases. A way to get more money faster is obviously to have Smurfs, and since trade is unrestricted between accounts except for an email, you can ship all your cases to one account, to your main account where you have your Steam wallet. So having had this basis of money, you can start buying items. So I'm now going to look at a certain item which I have profited from several times. So it's the CSGO case. It's the first weapon case that was released, and it's my favorite weapon case. So the basis of arbitrage is to buy low and sell high. An extremely important factor in the Steam market is the 15% trade cost. So you have to remember that when you sell something, you're going to have a cost of 15%. How do you calculate this? If you buy something at 3 euros, you're going to want to do the 3 euros times 1.15, and this will give you the lowest amount you can sell at before you gain money. So let's do that. 3 euros times 1.15. If I buy at 3 euros, the price on the market must go higher than 3.45 before I'm making profit. This is quite a lot. On the Steam market, every cent counts. Since you're talking about small numbers, every cent counts if you want to make a profit. Further, you're going to want to look at items that give the most profit. And I find that CSGO Case 1, in certain aspects, when certain market conditions are met, does make a lot of profit. So, as you can see, it's the first case. It dropped really low. And I sold my bunch of cases at around 50 cents. I started buying again during these large and important market drops, particularly these three last drops. So what happens here? Valve releases a new case, the price drops. Valve releases a new case, the price drops. The third case is another case. It's a summer sale, which is happening right now. So as you can see, the price drops from 3.47 all the way down to 2.25. And what you don't see is that this is the average price. So there are cases being sold lower than here, and there's cases being sold higher than here. The margin here is, there's a difference of 1.20 euros approximately, and you're definitely going to get a lot of money. If you buy it here and you sell it 3.47, you're going to be making, so 2.20 times 1.15, you're going to be making almost 1 euro profit on 2.2 euros investment. So it's very simple. Whenever a new case drops, you're going to go straight to these cases or other items. All items drop during new cases, and you're going to buy low and sell high. You buy low and you set the price at which you want to sell. In the case for CSGO case 1s, a good price is 3.5 or between 3 or 3.5 if you bought at the lowest point, which I tend to do. Or you can wait. As you can see, the historical cost has gone very high to 4 euros. You can wait until it rises all the way up. This is a CSGO case 1, which means it's extremely rare as it's the oldest case. And it will always have value since people will always want to keep buying it. And the number of cases is lower. We're talking about demand and supply, and since there's a low supply, the price will always be high and it will always rise back up. As you can see in this particular case, I bought at, wait, which one was it here? Lifetime. Okay. So during the Falchion case release, I bought at an average price of 2.15, which is quite good. As you can see, it went even lower. And what happens then is the market goes back up slowly. An important aspect to note is, why does it rise and then fall again? Why is that? The reason is, when you buy an item, you can only sell it 7 days later. So the price drops dramatically. This is when you want to buy. And then the price keeps going up since everyone that's bought can't sell. So there's less supply. The price goes up. And at this point, the first people that bought at the beginning of the new case are selling. So the supply rises and the price drops again before it goes back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So around the 7th day, it starts going back up. So you want to bear that in mind. If you see the price drop after 7 days, you've seen the price go up, and then drop suddenly. This is not because the value is going to keep going down. It's simply because people can once again sell their items. Many people will buy, and then when they see, oh shit, the price is going down again, they start selling. But it's going to go up again anyway. So that's a very important aspect to note. If the price goes down immediately after, and this is a trend you can see in many items, the 7-day growth and then the drop again, you want to remember that this is because people are maybe panic selling or simply selling. They're already made a profit. They bought at 2 euros and they're selling at 2.5. Even you're still making a profit. So that's an important point to note. Another important point to note, again for the example of CSGO weapon case 1, but there are many other CSGO weapon cases such as the Bravo case or the Winter, which are also rare cases and are not extremely popular in selling and buying, is that during the crash, as I said, it's quite easy for you to be one of the few people actively looking at this market. Unlike AK-47 Redline, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people refreshing their page constantly refreshing, and buying, always looking at the price. Everyone's monitoring that. For other items, this is not the case. This is not the case for CSGO case 1. So during the market crash, what happened was I was one of the few people there were probably others, but one of the few people looking constantly at this item. And what happens is I could set my price as the highest price. And bear in mind that this price was around 2.20, so around here, 2.20. So I made buy offers at 2.20, and what happens is people that sell their items do not always sell their items at the correct price. So if the market price was maybe 2.22 and I had buy orders at 2.20, and my buy orders were the highest buy orders on the market, so my price was the best price you could get, and the average price was 2.22. What happened was some people which wanted to sell their items really quickly sold their case at lower than 2.10. They were selling their case at 2.7, 2.07, 2.08. Others were selling at 2.20, but you had people selling extremely low. And as my price was the highest, I would automatically be the person to whom that item would be sold. So although my buy order was at 220, my average price was 215, which is all the way somewhere here. So that's 6 cents difference, which is quite big. So you have to bear that in mind. At some points, you can dominate your specific item, and this is true for every item. So that's another thing to bear in mind. So the next item we're going to see is the AK-47 red line. As you can see here, this is the same falchion case market crash as we saw in the CSGO case 1. The 7 days, you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before the price starts going down again. As you know, this is due to the 7-day selling ban, and then it goes back down for 7 days and then starts going back up. You're going to want to look at the historical price to decide what is the actual inherent value of this item. So the inherent value of this item is obviously not 3.7 euros. It's obviously higher. You're going to want to look at the historical cost. So this is on a monthly basis, and this is on a lifetime basis. We see a definite trend of price going down. This is probably the Chroma Case 2. And this is the Chroma Case 1. Wait. This is the falchion case, and this is the Chroma Case 1. Chroma Case 2. I'm sorry. So this is a Chroma Case 2. This is the falchion case. So what truly affected the value of the AK red line is the Chroma Case 2. As you can see, after the Chroma Case 2, the value went down and it did not really go back up. This is probably due to the AK-47 Elite build, which is quite a popular, easily bought AK-47, which has brought the price down from an average 7.5 to 5.5 or similar. As you can see, the price just kept going down. And this is also due to the fact that AK-47 red lines still drop. During this market crash here, it was possible to buy the AK-47 at extremely low prices, such as 2.8 euros. I've seen some go at 2.8 euros, or lower even. What you want to do is be fast. Obviously, as you can see here, people keep buying the AK-47 red line as soon as it drops under at a reasonable price. People buy immediately. You want to be able to buy at the lowest price possible. Using the buy now button is slow, as you have to tick several boxes. One way to improve the speed of buying is through using this Steam Community Market Quick Buy. All you have to do is click one button and you can buy the item. This allows you to have an advantage over other people which have to tick several boxes. You just click once and you buy the item. Oftentimes you see an item at an extremely ridiculously low price. You want to buy it, but you can't, since someone else has already bought it, probably using a similar tool. So we just discussed the case crash. So this is a new case on the market which crashes the market. This is a falchion case crash. However, we have a different type of crash as well. We have a new game crash, such as the GTA, which came out, crashed the prices a bit, crashed the prices. And in this case, the summer sale crash. This is the summer sale crash. Prices went from 5 euros all the way down to an average of 3.97. As we know, the price did not even have the time to recover to a reasonable price yet before the summer sale caused a new crash. During the summer sale crash, you will not find a huge crash in cases, but you will find a lowering in prices of guns. As you can see, when refreshing this page, people are selling at low prices all the time. This is because people want to buy games, so they sell their items and use this money to buy games during the summer sale. You can take advantage of this. You can buy this at 4 euros and then list it for sale at 5 euros or 5.5 at a decent amount of profit. An important aspect to note is this is the AK-47 Redline, an extremely popular item, and people are looking at this page constantly. People are constantly looking here, people are constantly buying. When I refresh this page, all these items, these two items definitely will have been bought. What you want to do, as you can see, they're not listed anymore. And these will be bought by now as well. Immediately, these are bought immediately. So what you can do is go look at items which are less popular, such as the op Redline. It is still quite popular, but it is less popular. Sometimes I see items listed here at a much lower price than the true value of the item, and they don't get sold as fast immediately. You can also look at the time that you look at the market. For example, I live in Europe, and when you live in Europe and you wake up early, most Counter-Strike players are still asleep in Europe, and in North America, most Counter-Strike players are going to sleep. So this is a time when items which are listed at a low price are not bought up instantly. So if you really want to buy items at a low price, you're going to want to look at the time that most Counter-Strike players are asleep. So for the op Redline, I bought an op Redline during the summer sale crash at 5 euros, which is around the average lowest price that we've had during the summer sale crash. And as we can see, it has an average price of 7 euros, although we can see that it still hasn't completely recovered from the Chroma Case 2. It could go back up to 9 euros, but I've listed my item for 7 euros as it's been pretty constantly around the 7 euros since Chroma Case 2, or it's been reaching peaks of higher than 7 euros. So it's definitely going to sell. So here we're looking at the CSGO Case 1. Another thing you want to look at when you're trying to get profits on the Steam market is your capital. How well are you using your capital? Most people will simply go to the red lines. They're just going to go to the red lines, buy the red lines, and sell the red lines. However, there are many other items which could possibly be better for your money. You don't want too much of your money to be tied in one item if you could have it tied in several items which each make more profit. So for example, the CSGO Case 1, during this market crash, the falchion case market crash, almost nobody is on this market. There's really not that many people active on the CSGO Case 1 market, even though you can get a very high in percentage profit off the CSGO Case 1, which you might not get on the AK-47 Redline market since the competition is so high. There's so much competition. You're going to be spending a lot of time trying to get those low, extremely low price items. Whereas on other markets, you can buy at a low price and sell much higher. And as you can see, if we assume that the market price is €4 for CSGO Case 1, or let's just say it's 3.5, as you can see it hits 3.5 just before Falchion Case dropped, you see around 1.5 euros. So for 2 euros, you get 1.5 euros more. Whereas for the AK-47, you go from around 3.7 to 5.5, which is it's around 1.8 euros. You're making 1.8 euros more, and you're making €1 more on 2 euros, and here you're making 1.8 euros on almost 4 euros. So you're not making percentually more money selling AK Redlines than you could sell other items, not just the CSGO Case 1. There are many other unpopular or less popular items on which you can make more money with your money. So what do you want to do when there are no crashes and no huge discrepancies in price and value of the items? You're going to want to be looking at items, and you could observe the items. For example, the Op Asimov, you could simply observe it and see if someone really quickly wants to sell their items. Obviously, this probably works better with less popular items. Other things you can do is look at cases which are discontinued, such as the Huntsman case. The Huntsman case recently got discontinued, and what you can do is buy Huntsman cases, as I've done here, really at a really low price, as it still is. And in the future, the Huntsman case is going to be just like the CSGO Case 1. So as you can see, it's already been rising up from 6 cents to almost 20 cents. And the case is going to keep going up. This is a safe investment. It's just going to go up if you have time and the patience to wait. Another important thing to note is that the items you want to be looking at and investing in, since you're going to be looking at the historical price as a basis for which you decide their inherent value, you're not going to want to invest in items which are new, which don't have a long history, and you cannot really base future prices on historical prices. For example, in this case, these are the most popular items right now. I would not advise investing in the Op Man of War. Why that? It's a recent item, and all it's going to do is it's going to go down. It's just going to go down, 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 until in the future it's going somewhere here. It's going to reach a price which will be its inherent value. It might be up, it might even be down, but usually when it's a new item, it's going to be going down. So you do not want to invest. Here is the Falchion Case market crash. As you can see, it crashed the price, went back up, but it's just following the downward line. If you would ignore this little area here, you can see that it's just going down, same as it was going down before. So you want to be avoiding these new items. A final thing I would like to note is that another tool that you can use is CSGO SteamAnalyst.com. This website will show you detailed information on many items, including very high priced items such as Karambit Fades, which sell at higher than Steam market possible value. and other items which you're interested in. Further, if you log in to the CSGO Steam Analyst, you can check your inventory, friends' inventories, or any other inventories. You can check prices on every item, and you can check trends. You can check for trends. As you can see here, this is a trend for CSGO Weapon Case 1, which I've been using to explain my tutorial so far. You can check it on different time scales, 7 days up to 180 days. You can see that in the last 7 days there is a 10% upward trend. You can also see the number of units sold on each date and similar priced items, etc. So this can be a useful tool if you really want to look at specific data on your item and specific data on your inventory. Guys, so this will be the end of my CSGO tutorial on how to make money on the Steam market, exclusively for the Steam market, not for betting, trading, or any other way. I hope I had some useful tips. I hope this guide helped you. I would like to thank you guys for listening, and that's goodbye.